You are listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast brought to you by Birmingham Live. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Claret and Blue, and have we got a treat for you. We're back with the second instalment of the Not in the Pub Quiz. Hopefully my colleagues James Rushton and Dan Rollinson. Is it Rollinson or Rowlinson? I've asked this before.
It's Rowlinson. You asked me.
Oh, sorry. Harraham. Hopefully James Rushton and Don Raylinson have been doing lots of homework and lots of research. I don't know whether you did listen to the last quiz. If you did, James was completely cheated out of it just for a laugh. But now is the chance to set the record straight. You are there, gents, by the way, aren't you?
Yeah. Just like to add that when I was cheated out of it, it was the last time I've seen my girlfriend for a month, so I've had that and been cheated out of a quiz. So thanks, Matt.
What a terrible time.
Cheers.
I didn't realise that seeing your girlfriend was the prize for the quiz. Have you both got a drop of something alcoholic that you can wave at the camera?
I have, yes. I've gone for just a classic apple cider. Can't go wrong.
I've got 2 litres of vodka. It's just water. It's just water.
Right, the format of the quiz is this. There are going to be 30 questions. There are going to be 6 rounds, each containing 5 questions. The final round will be a little bit different. It'll be a picture round. I've got a
drawing.
No, it'll be you identifying pictures.
Thank God.
Okay.
I have got a tiebreaker tucked away in my back pocket if needed, if we need to kind of rig it just for a laugh again. You got your pens and papers, by the way?
Yes, yeah, all ready.
All good.
Round 1. The first round is called This Season. So we've not got to venture to... Mind you, it does seem like a while ago, doesn't it, since we last played?
I was going to say.
You've not got to venture too far back through the kind of archives, but I don't know... I think James will ace all these, Dan, but I think we're just going to have to pull it out the bag for you with a creative round. Anyway.
Just going to have to rig it again like every other thing we've done, like against me. Like everything. Genuinely everything.
Question 1.
Yes, go for it.
Which player in Aston Villa's current squad wears the number 19 shirt?
Oh, God.
Right, shall I leave to chew over that, or shall I carry on?
I'm good.
Right, okay.
I haven't got an answer yet, but I'll put one down in the next 2 seconds.
Okay. Tyrone Mings scored his first goal of the season at which ground?
I think I know that.
It's your best mate, Dan, so you should.
Yeah, just ask him, mate. Just shout through to the next room. Question number 3. Against which opponent have Aston Villa recorded their highest Villa Park attendance this season?
Oh, good question.
That's hard.
Who was the first Aston Villa player to score at Villa Park this season?
Ooh.
Unless that's a trick question, I think I've got that.
I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and question number 5. Which current Villa player has the middle name Haskjold, spelled Haskjold?
There's only one person I can think of that could possibly be.
Literally, I'm thinking exactly the same.
Strange, isn't that? From Jack's parents, they're strange, the names that they call him. Oh, that's narrowed it down. Right, that's round number 1. Just a little check-in with you guys. How did you find that?
Difficult.
I think I may have got 2 right.
Yeah, same.
Round 2. This is called... Oh, who's that? Is that a siren going off?
It is, yeah. Where's that?
Yeah, it's from Matt's bad questions.
This round is called Getting Shirty. Question number 6. Aston Villa's current sponsors, W88, sponsored which Premier League club last season?
Okay, got that.
Yeah, sorted.
Question 7. Who were Aston Villa's sponsors between 2000 and 2002?
Sorted.
Yeah, done.
Question 8. The infamous green Muller kit was made by which manufacturer?
Oh, thank God we did that Best Kits podcast a few days ago.
Yeah, the last podcast we've done has informed a lot of these answers.
Yeah, I think for when that goes out, it was probably a week or 2 ago for everyone else. We were literally recorded that like 2 days ago, so everything is very fresh at the moment.
Yeah, don't ruin the illusion. Who made Aston Villa's kit the first year that Acorns was the sponsor?
Yeah, done.
Yep.
Been very kind to you, haven't I, this round?
Yeah, these are all quite easy.
So. And question number 10. The first time Aston Villa had a sponsor emblazoned across their chests, who was that sponsor?
Ooh, good question.
I'm sure this was on the last one as well.
If only our friends at historicalkits.com were here to help us. Round 3. This is called Teenage Kicks. Aston Villa Academy coach Mark Delaney was capped by which country?
Sorted.
Yeah, done.
Okay, question 12. Which former Aston Villa Academy kid, ex-teammate of Jack Grealish, is now a member of the first team backroom staff as a fitness coach?
Okay. I wonder where that was going then for a second.
Sorted.
Question 13. Aston Villa signed Andy Vyman from which club? And for those regular listeners and viewers, fact fans out there, Barry Bannon dropped the answer to this in our interview with him recently.
Oh, I think I know it. I've got an answer.
All good, James?
Yeah, we're sorted here.
Okie doke. Question 14. Who was the captain when Villa achieved Next Gen Series glory back in 2013?
Oh, man, that's hard.
It's not as if we've been chatting about Next Gen lately, is it?
Oh, no, but I don't think we got a mention for the captain.
I'm going to go for a complete wild card on that one.
Question 15. The son of an Aston Villa European Cup winner came through the academy in recent years, and if I'd have done my homework a bit better, I'd have let you know when he was released. But he was also released in recent years. Who is that person?
Do we need to know the name, or can we just give you whose son it is?
No, you need to know the first name as well.
I've got to say, football major is coming up real trumps for me here. Like,
I think I know the player, and I've got a name, but I'm not sure on the name.
That completes round number 3. Round number 4 is called Backroom Boys. Not to be confused with Dan's favourite band, Backstreet Boys. So this is basically, does what it says on the tin. It's those people who are kind of on the coaching staff and do whatever they do, put out bibs and cones and all that kind of nonsense. So, yeah. Question 16. What was the name of Paul Lambert's assistant manager? Who'd have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it?
So for context, of anyone who's wondering why we're both laughing, literally before this podcast started, we were talking about this player, this person, because of another podcast. So if either of us have got this wrong, it's criminal. Question 17. Who was Alex McLeish, his assistant manager? Oh, jeez.
It's got no hope here, man. I think this is the one season of Villa history that's just a blank to me because I just thought, and having it.
Next question.
I've got no idea.
Roy Aitken was the assistant manager to which Aston Villa manager?
This is a total guess. This is a wild guess.
These are both wrong, but yeah, go on.
Question number 19. Who did Remy Gard appoint as assistant manager a couple of months into his brief tenure?
I feel like this is another name that we've mentioned.
It may well be.
Oh, that's really thrown me because I can't think of anyone we've even talked about.
I didn't realise until I set this question that this guy was actually his assistant manager. I thought he'd already got an assistant manager when he brought this guy in.
I got it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I swear there was a French guy involved, and it was not Remy Gard, another, and not the fitness guys. There was another guy.
Question 20. What is the name of Aston Villa's physio? Been there a while now as well.
I've got a name, but I'm thinking, has he been there that long?
It feels very like I've just plucked a name out of nowhere there, but I can't get that name out of my head.
This round is called Lone Rangers. Villa fans reworked a David Bowie song to serenade this loney during Steve Bruce's time in charge.
Yeah, I got it.
Question 22. During the infamous transfer committee summer, Thiago Ilori was loaned to Villa from which club?
In one.
I think I've got it, yeah. I've got an answer.
Question 23. How many goals did one-time footballer turned low-budget wrestler Grant Holt score whilst on loan from Wigan Athletic?
Definitely in the single digits, isn't it?
I think his games are in single digits, to be honest, let alone his goals.
Which player did Aston Villa loan in the winter of Alex McLeish's year in charge.
Yeah, I've got it.
I think I have it.
Question 25. What was the first club that Barry Bannon joined on loan?
I've got it. When you mention ones like that I've worked on, I have to get them right, don't I, really?
This is your appraisal as much as as much of a quiz, really.
I've just changed my mind. There we go.
That's 5 rounds done. Now,
Yes.
I'm going to send you some pictures for the picture round. This hasn't got a fancy title, I'm afraid. It's just called Picture Round. I feel I've let you down with that. I'll send them in the group chat, in that pod chat that we've got, yeah?
Okay.
Question number 26, the first question of the picture round, and I've just sent that now. Yeah, you need to identify the player. I've just sent you a little bit of a screenshot of his wiki page, so you need to identify which player it is.
It's got 5 years at Sunderland, 2 years at Fulham, 2 years at Villa, and he's currently at Cardiff, or was at Cardiff at 2016. It doesn't actually give an end date, so does that mean he's still there, or did he retire at Cardiff?
Technically not from Fulham. It could be a free transfer or something like that.
Is that a clue that it's a free transfer?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, just don't get worked up on trying to think it's someone directly from Fulham.
Right, you ready for the next picture? I want you to tell me, what is the name of the fella on the left?
Oh my God, what is this?
It's a quiz.
So this is the FA Cup final in '57, and the Villa captain being led out. Well, both captains being led out with the football, and there's 2 FA officials kind of before them as they're walking on.
Are they FA officials, James?
So is he telling me that he's the Villa manager?
Yes.
The manager that last won the FA Cup for Villa should probably be a name that we both should know just because of history, but...
I know it.
Well, yeah, but you know the answer.
Next picture. I've just sent you a picture. I don't know how you describe him, really.
It's a man. I think I know who it is. It's a former Villa player from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, probably more early to mid-90s, I'd have thought, but you're in that ballpark. Right, next question, or next image after that.
I'm going to straight up say I have no clue.
I thought it was Wilfred Broomer at first before I zoomed in on it. And the little icon came up. I was like, oh, that's easy.
Is this a first team player?
For those watching this podcast through their ears, it's a former Aston Villa Academy player. I will give you a clue. He's played once for the first team.
I got no idea, man.
I didn't think this round would be so difficult, to be honest. But
the first two, the Wikipedia one and the 1957 Cup manager, are both very difficult, I think.
Who is this?
So, for the podcast listeners, this is a very extreme close-up shot of a pair of eyebrows and a half of a nose.
All right, I'm going to give you a clue here. This is a Villa player, and I would say that in the last 10 years of Aston Villa, he would be in the top 10 of most popular players at Aston Villa. Or certainly the top 15 from the last 15 years.
Oh, man. This is so hard.
I think you've had enough time to agonise over that. So that's 30 questions, 6 rounds. I have got a tiebreaker. So what we'll do, I won't...
So you won't need it. No, I'll tell you now.
Listen. I won't fix the scores with the tiebreaker, but I will have the tiebreaker as a little kind of extra bit of fun at the end. Okay?
Because I tell you what, one of me and Dan has failed one of these rounds disastrously.
At least one. I think I would say, how many is that? 30 questions. I would say I've got a maximum of 10 right there.
Right, so we've done 6 rounds. 6 rounds of 5. My basic maths tells me that's 30 questions. So we want to see how you've both got on out of 30. Do you think it was quite tough?
I think that was hard, yeah. I think there was a lot of hard questions in there compared to last time, but there was some good questions though. Still.
I enjoyed it. It was there was a lot of difficulty in some of them. Made you really think. Well done, Matt.
I'm keen to see how people who played along like they did last time. I'm keen to see how many people what people out there got as well.
Yeah, I'm keen to say when people have got the answers written down, if they think it spells any kind of message as well. I don't know whether it will.
Oh, no.
I don't know whether it will.
You haven't.
But you might want to write these down. Right.
Surely you haven't, because no, you can't have done that. Because if you have, my answers don't spell anything.
Question number 1 was which player wears... Actually, the first round was this season. Question number 1, which player wears the number 19 shirt?
I said Keenan Davis.
Oh, I said Jota. Oh, no, I know it's wrong.
The answer is everybody's favourite bit part player, Borgia Baston.
Oh, God.
Of course it is.
So are we writing B? Are you telling me that there's another message in this?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
My answers don't spell a thing.
No, mine don't either.
Second question. Tyrone Mings scored his first goal of the season where?
Old Trafford?
Correct.
Nice. We both got that then.
I was there for that, so I remember it.
Question 3. Highest home attendance of the season.
Okay, so I've said Everton, and I don't think it is.
I went for Man City.
It's actually West Ham.
Not having no way. Priorities wrong there, Villa fans.
Are you sure that's right?
Double check it, mate, because I was just lost in
I don't
trying to
care.
spell the message, but I think it was West Ham. Question 4. First Villa player to score at Villa Park this season.
Douglas Luiz?
I'll put the same.
Correct.
Am I putting an L here?
No, D. Got to get Christian names, mate. Which player has the middle name Haskiold?
Said Oyen Nyland.
Correct.
Ooh,
Or if you were Sky Sports commentators, Newland.
I went for Engels.
Oh, Engels was a good guess, mate, to be honest.
Oh, I forgot he existed. That's a good show.
W88 sponsored which Premier League club before Villa?
Wolves.
You got that, James?
Yeah, but I'd also like to say that they arranged a sponsorship with Leicester just weeks before Villa, so also you could have put Leicester and got that right, so well done, mate. You've tried to force it so you get thing, but if someone put Leicester, that'd have been right.
Don't question my question. My question, who were the sponsors between 2000 and 2002?
So it's Matt Kendrick's favourite shirt sponsor of all time, it's NTL.
NTL. Wasn't it horrible, that silver kit? Question 8. The green Muller kit was made by who?
Asics.
Correct. Who made Villa's kit? Question 9. Who made Villa's kit the first year Acorns was the sponsor?
Can I just say,
It was,
I love the fact that you've created a quiz that's difficult and it still spells something out. You've still managed to get that in there. I can't believe it. I feel cheated.
Dan, I'm a sad little man.
The answer to this is Nike.
Yeah, it's Nike.
It's Nike, yeah.
When they were phoning it in.
And question 10. Who was the first shirt sponsor?
Davenport?
Yeah.
Port?
I'll put the same.
Yep, Davenport, we'll give you that. Teenage Kicks, question 11. Mark Delaney, the Villa Academy coach, was capped by which country?
Wales.
Oh, is it Wales?
It is Wales.
I put Republic of Ireland. I knew it wasn't England, but I didn't know who it was.
Question 12. Which kid, former Villa kid, is now a fitness coach with the first team?
Ollie Stevenson.
Correct.
Yeah, I got that, yeah.
Question 13. Andy Vyman was signed from which club?
I remember the UEFA Cup match and he went off injured and all the old fans were chucking stuff at him. The club he used to play at, so it's Rapid Vienna.
Oh, someone's listened to the Barry Bannon podcast.
Question 14. I thought you'd get this one. You might still have done, but who captained Villa to Next Gen Series glory in 2013?
Well, the fact that I pretty much know what the next word is going to be, I know this is wrong. I've put Brad Watkins, the goalkeeper.
Sadly, it wasn't young Brad. James?
I've crossed out 4 names. So first I had Jack Grealish, and then I thought, no, like the maturity may not have been there. Then I had Ricardo Calder, and then I went, nah, the maturity definitely ain't there. Then I went Daniel Johnson, and I thought, I don't know if he was sold before. So the only name that I had was either Kinsella or Samir Carruthers, and I think I went for Samir Carruthers.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You were correct in going for Samir Carruthers, so your process of elimination by who'd got the maturity was correct. Question 15. Son of a European Cup winner who was released in recent years. I need his full name, please.
Is it Henry Cowans?
It is Henry Cowans, yeah. Did you only just get the Henry?
No, I did write it down before. I knew it was. I swear, I was using a different colour pen earlier for proof. I knew it was Sid Cowans. His name just came to me at some point when James mentioned Football Manager. I remember Henry Cowans playing in the youth team.
Question, round number whatever it was, Backroom Boys, question number 16. Who'd have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it that the guy we were talking about just minutes before we came onto this podcast would be thrown up as an answer? So Paul Lambert's assistant at Villa was
Ian Culverhouse.
You get that, Dan?
I did, yes.
Loving your work. What about this next one then? McLeish's assistant.
I know that the answer starts with P to fill out the word, but I put Scott McScott because I didn't know the answer.
Scott McScott.
Scottish, ain't
I think it was a good guess because it could have worked out, but I went for Kevin McDonald.
He was Scottish. He wasn't called Scott McScott, who sounds like the most stereotypical Scotsman in the world, with red hair, a kilt,
and a kilt,
eating shortcake from a tin and playing a bagpipe under his armpit. It wasn't actually him. It was Peter Grant. Does that ring a bell?
A little bit.
No.
A little bit, yeah.
Roy Aitken was the assistant to which Aston Villa manager?
I put John Gregory as total guess. I have no idea.
Yeah, same. I went for Graham Taylor there.
David O'Leary. Who did Remy Gard appoint as assistant manager a couple of months into his tenure? And it wasn't Reginald Ray and it wasn't Robert Deverne.
You know why?
Eric Black.
Eric Black.
Do you know why I said? You know when you said it isn't Ray Wilkins, and I was like, well, yeah, I know it isn't him. Do you know who I thought you said? I've done a Bayern Munich again. I thought you said Roberto Di Matteo, not Remy Gard.
What are you doing?
There we go.
You know what would help? It'd help if you listened.
Yeah,
really would.
So who was the answer? Eric Black.
Eric Black. And question 20, what's the name of Aston Villa's physio?
I've gone for Alan Smith.
Alan Smith is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Alan Smith.
Yeah, so that's the Backroom Boys round.
Yeah.
So did you do okay on that?
I got 3.
I got 2.
That's not too bad. Lone Rangers. Villa fans reworked a David Bowie song to serenade which loney during the time of Steve Bruce?
Did you get this, James? Because you were struggling a little bit, but I know it.
Yeah, I say it, Snodgrass.
Yeah.
I quite like that. So I'm not going to sing it, but I quite like that.
It is good.
Thiago Laurie was on loan from which club?
Liverpool.
Yeah, I'll put the same.
Yep, that's correct.
I almost said Reading, but he went to Reading, didn't he? I think after us.
He did, yeah, and it wouldn't spell anything, would it, if it was Reading? Because it'd come straight after Robert Snodgrass. Then it'd be a double R. Question 23: how many goals did Grant Holt score for Aston Villa?
1.
1 is correct.
I said 2.
Oh yes.
Question 24: who did Villa loan under McLeish in the winter of the McLeish season?
I said Kyle Walker.
Oh, Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane.
Oh my God, it's Robbie Keane. Where did we learn Kyle Walker?
That was
under
Julio.
Julio the year before. Question 25: what was the first club that Barry Bannon joined on loan?
Oh no, it is wrong. The answer is Derby, but I've put Crystal Palace.
I've got Derby.
Dan.
I know. I've only just thought of it because I know that I know what it's. I knew it was supposed to be a D because of what we're spelling out. So I knew it was Derby, but I put Crystal Palace originally. I'll hold my hands up and say I got it wrong.
Barry Bannon said it was a no-brainer. He couldn't believe that he'd got a championship club. You know, most kids go out into League One and League Two, and it was the making of him.
I know. Palace was after Villa, wasn't it?
I understand you're not listening to me, but can you at least listen to our guests? Picture round. I feel that this one tortured you a bit more than I intended because you know I'm an evil menace, but I didn't mean it to cause you so much stress. So accept my apologies for that. But let's crack on and have a look what you've done. So first one was the Wiki one that was a screen grab from Wiki and showed somebody who had played for Sunderland and Fulham, played in Villa's relegation season. James, I think you've got this. Who did you get?
I think it's Kieran Richardson.
Bang on. That is correct.
Oh, man.
Did you have a guess, Dan?
Nah, I just left it blank. I was going to come back to it, but I didn't.
27, it was the picture of the bloke who looked like he got an official FA blazer when he was actually Villa's last FA Cup winning manager, 1957. Who did we get?
Eric Houghton.
Yep.
I didn't even attempt it.
Eric Houghton. Good work, James. Question 28, which was the third of the picture round, which was a random Villa player.
Is it Neil Lamptey?
It is Neil Lamptey. Did you get Neil Lamptey, Dan?
You know what I put? I put George Boateng. Go on, carry on. Let's just get this shambles of a quiz over.
Question 29. I shared with you an image of a young Aston Villa youth teamer. I gave you a clue that said he'd played once in the first team before being sent on his way. Did you get the answer right?
No.
No, because it doesn't spell anything, but I put Graham Burke.
I put Jordan Graham.
It was Derek Williams.
Oh, I recognise the name, but there's no way I'd have got it.
So I'm intrigued to hear this number 30 because I think I may have actually got it right. I went for Olaf Malberg.
Nah, it ain't Melbourne.
It is Olaf Malberg. It is correct.
Is it?
It is Malberg.
It isn't.
I cropped him very closely around his eye area.
Send us the full image. That is not Olaf Melberg.
It is Olaf Malberg, I promise. Who did you put then, Dan?
Well, I didn't know it, so I just put any player. I thought it was Angel. I put.
No, it's Malberg. Was it the facial features, James, or was it the clues that I gave?
Honestly, it's the facial features because I was thinking.
No,
I was thinking it's got to be Angel, but I thought who is actually really, really, really highly thought of and played in the last 15 years. And there's a fair few players, but I thought it's not Larson, it's not Gareth Barry, it's not Mill. I thought it could have been Milner or Angel, but I went for Malberg.
Can we call this? Can we call this episode? Can we call it Aston Villa not in the pub quiz? And Dan Rollinson gets it so wrong.
It's hard, man. This was really hard. I think. I'm pretty sure I won't be the only one who thought this was very hard. All right, I've got my score total.
Go on then. What's your total?
No, you go first because you just said 20 something, so I know you've beaten me already.
I've got 23 out of 30.
23. I got 15. Which I thought it would be less than that, to be fair.
Well, James, the victory is rightfully yours. I think you've kind of righted a few wrongs from the last time. I mean, to cope with the shame of losing to this idiot in the previous time, I think you've come roaring back with a vengeance. I want you to stick the countdown music on the back of this again. It's another of Kendo's rude anagrams.
Oh, yes.
To be honest.
Oh, I'm glad I said yes to this.
And you don't know how many random rude words I have to put into an anagram generator online to come up with this kind of rubbish. Are you ready for it? And I apologise in advance to my bosses, to my colleagues, to my family, and to anybody who doesn't appreciate such smut, basically. The anagram is this: let penis harden. What am I doing in my life?
It's a player, yeah?
Yeah, it's a player.
Very bad at these, actually.
Do you know what I really, really, really hope? I know you both live at home, don't you? I hope your parents just find this notepad that you've scribbled these you scribbled these things down.
Oh, no.
I'm going to give you a suggestion, just so if I'm on the right track. Is the first name Daniel? Is it?
No.
Can we have a clue? Because I think we're going to be here all night otherwise.
You know what? There's actually only one person it could be. I think I've got it. I'm going to let Dan go.
There's only one player it could be. Why is that?
Because it's a specific set of letters, isn't it? Like, it really is.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I know there's literally only one player it could be because it's an anagram.
But when you really think of the letters involved, it's because I've just used an anagram solver on the internet. I'm staying out of it because it was doing because I don't want to gain any points from it. I just want Dan to have a go because I gave up.
James, just out of interest, you didn't type that in on your kind of work phone or your work laptop, did you?
Matt knows.
I've got it.
He's got it.
I've got it.
Go on then.
I think I've got it. Hang on. Is it Stephen Ireland?
It is Stephen Ireland. Let penis harden. It is Stephen Ireland.
Yes, I'm buzzing with that.
I'm bad at these, man. I can't do them.
I can't believe I got it.
Oh, mate, you want to try doing them in reverse?
Can we just say, by the way, James got 23, I got 15. Can we just say that anagram was worth 7 points? Just so we can have a 23-22 game. Just so it looks a bit tighter than it was.
Nah.
Well, we'll do a scoreboard now. It's one each. The next time we do a pub quiz, it'll be a decider. Did we clarify what the quiz spelt out, by the way?
If the answers are correct, and I'm still not sure about West Ham and the attendance one, but we need to double check that. I think it should spell bow down and worship dear Lord Kendo.
So I've split it by groups, so it was quite difficult to kind of put all the words together. So I've got Bodo, Wand, Worship.
And you're the writer out of the two of us, and that's how you work that out.
Have you got enough there to chop into something that makes sense?
Well, we were recording for an hour and 20 minutes, so I bloody hope so, yeah. If that isn't enough, then we've got no hope.
Well, thank you for joining us and tuning into another random quiz. We're sorry that I've spoilt it all at the end by adding another bit of smut, but you know, one for you, Dad. One for you, dads out there. Wink, wink. So
good grief.
So yeah, it was.
Jesus.
We're level pegging, aren't we? So it's 1-1. We've had two not at the pub quizzes. The first one, Dan kind of won. We're
Just
still waiting for results back of the steward's inquiry into that one. The second one, James has won fair and square. So we will, if you'll tolerate it, we will bring you another one of these further down the line. Give it a couple of weeks to edit all the nonsense out of that one first.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for joining us. For new viewers who are used to seeing us have Paxman-like interviews with former Villa players, this might be a departure from what you're used to, but we like to vary it up a little bit. So hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, stay safe, keep well, and up the Villa.
Bye.
Up the Villa.
Thank you for listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please let us know. We love hearing your feedback. We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, up the Villa.